Here coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1930. It's a terrific Tuesday. And yes, I even got my days right. Yay. Oh, I just realized what shirt I'm wearing. So I've got to tell you, it has been an incredible day. So a couple of 2 or 3 days ago, I mentioned that Zeffie was having some issues and we weren't exactly sure what they were, but asked for lots of healing energy and thoughts and prayers, and we're on the road to recovery. We haven't had to go to the vet yet. I just wanted to leave it try a couple of things for a couple of days and see how she went. And what happened is that, you know how I've been joking on some of my shows about how normally we're like this when we walk, and lately it's been like this. Well, walking with my arm back like this, on Saturday, we were walking over by the mailbox, and she was just a little bit behind me. She wasn't stretched out. It was just a little bit behind me. And I thought I felt on the leash, felt her like stumble. As I turned around and looked at her and gave her some pets and stuff and just talked to her and said, you know, you're okay and everything. And then, and she seemed to get her balance again. It seemed like she was struggling with her balance, but then she seemed to get it again. She took another few steps and fell into me. Now I walk on her right side. She always walks on my left. And I'm still wondering if that's going to be the same when I go to New Zealand. I'm so used to having her walk on the left. Never had a dog in New Zealand, so when I train my dogs over here, they walk on my left. But anyway, so she fell to her right and banged into my leg and all that. And so I was just like, so we talked a little bit, just pet her, let her get her balance again. Got mail out of the mailbox. While I'm getting the mail out of the mailbox, she walks past the mailbox and then just throws up. Normally she does this. If you've ever seen a dog throw up, it's going to sound gross, but they kind of do like this reaching thing, like they gag, and then they finally throw, and it can go on for a bit. Their whole body like shakes and like they're getting ready to throw up, and then they throw up. And she just walked over to this area and just opened her mouth and threw up, and it was a big mess. We had to clean it all up and everything, got it all cleaned up as best we could with what we had, and then got her home and just kept an eye on her throughout the day, and she slept most of the day. And so I'm just like researching like crazy what could cause her to fall over. There was things like brain tumors and strokes and ear infections and reactions to food. And I was like, oh, I wonder if it's because we've been to Dairy Queen a couple of times over the last couple of weeks. They have really good Oreo brownie blizzards. I had a huge chocolate craving and I had an ice cream craving. So went to Dairy Queen, got that, and I asked for a pup cup. What I didn't realize was how big most of the place we go to, pup cups are just a swirly of cream in a thing, and it's not too, just the can screen. Now this was actual their ice cream thing, and they get their mini cup and like half fill it with ice cream. Well, somebody told me last night that it's not actually ice cream that they serve. And I'm like, well, whatever concoction they serve, she gets about half of these little mini cups, which is about this round, big in this round. And I thought, well, I wonder if it's been that because it's a lot of dairy, and I don't usually give her a lot of dairy because I don't eat a lot of dairy, although, yeah, whenever I seem to have dairy, she does too, unless it's got chocolate in it, then she doesn't get any. And so I thought, well, I wonder if dairy's playing, because dairy was on one of the lists of food when I'm researching through all these different sites, going to these credible sites, and looking at what they recommend that you feed dogs, that you don't feed dogs as far as human food goes. Dairy was on the don't let them eat it list. I was like, she usually gets a little bit of sprinkle of cheese, grated cheese when I have grated cheese. Now she gets a little sprinkle on her food. Well, I don't have any grated cheese in the house. That's that problem solved. We don't have any ice cream in the house. That's that problem solved. We don't have to go out and get pup cups or anything like that. And in fact, I don't even think I only have butter in the house. It's the only dairy thing I have in the house. And so I thought, well, I've got to keep an eye on this and see what happens. But as I'm researching through all this stuff, there's some things that come up that's quite common of human food that you can eat, like quinoa, pureed pumpkin, MCT oil. MCT oil we spoke about one time with Nicole, and it's good for the brain. And that was a few of the sites that I was on recommended MCT oil, just like I think for her size was like a teaspoon, but to start her off at like a quarter teaspoon. So I made her up a little snack of some quinoa with some pureed pumpkin in there and a little MCT oil in there, and she wouldn't eat it. She just like sniffed it and looked at me like, oh, I ain't that. And I happened to have just opened a packet of tuna that I was going to throw into my egg. I do crazy stuff for breakfast. So this breakfast was going to be quinoa, eggs, and tuna all mixed together. It was delicious with some seasonings. It was delicious, but I didn't give her an egg this time. Normally when I cook eggs, she gets an egg. I just give her a plain, I just scramble her a plain egg with nothing, no seasonings, no sauces, no nothing. It's just an egg plain. And I always cook her egg first because then I go and put the seasonings in for my eggs. But she wasn't getting an egg that morning. But just put a little bit of tuna in there and mixed it all up, and it was gone. And so I kept an eye on her throughout the day. Then Saturday night we went for our walk, and in the mornings we do a longer walk than we do in the evenings, only because we're running out of daylight. In the mornings we're gaining daylight. In the evenings we're losing daylight. And right now sun's setting around 5:30 at night. So as soon as I finish work at 5 o'clock, it's basically get up from here, go get ready, and we go for a walk. So I was just like thinking, okay, we're just gonna give her this combination again. So that walk, she was a little slow coming back, and she just like stop and just stand there. And I figure, and she puts her front paws a little further apart than normal, and her back legs are together, but her front paws are apart, like she's trying to steady herself. Triangle. It's a triangle. That's what it is. And so I was just like a little worried there, and I said to her, "Are you ready to go yet?" And she was like, and she just sort of like looked off, and I kept looking for all the other signs that they look for, and like eyes moving all over the place. She doesn't have it. She would just stare off in the distance, and you see her cock her head like she's listening to something. She'll turn her ears, and so she was actively listening and watching whatever she was looking at. But there were other dogs over in the distance, so she was like watching those. And then we'd start walking home. Now on Saturday and then as we're walking home, we get 2 houses away, and we get between the next door neighbor's house and the house the other side of them, and she just stands there, and she sort of like starts the fawning again. So I just scooped her up, carried her home, got her inside, and then she was fine for the rest of the evening. And so made her food up, and this time I threw her food into the bowl. I was mixing up the quinoa and the pumpkin in with the MCT oil, again, about a 1/4 teaspoon, mixing it all up, threw it in a food bowl. She ate it. She had a feast. And then Sunday morning we got up. It was Saturday. So Sunday we got up and went out for no, hang on. Is it Sunday morning? You said it was Monday, right? Yeah. No, so this was Sunday. Sorry, it was Sunday, not Saturday. It was Sunday that all of this happened with the MCT oil and stuff. And so then yesterday morning we got up. That's why I'm off. I was a day off because we had yesterday off work. Yesterday we got up, we went out for our walk, and she kind of stumbled a little bit, but not as much as she did the day before. And she just gets in this mood where she just doesn't want to walk. And it's almost like she's paying attention about what's going on in the neighborhood. Like she'll hear dogs barking, so she turns her head that way. She'll hear a dog barking over there, so she turns her head and looks that way. It's like any new sound, she'll just stop and turn her head and look. It's like she was, I guess, trying to get bearings. I don't know. So came home, did the same thing again with the MCT oil. And then I was talking with my friend, I was talking with Nicole last night, and I mentioned what was going on with Zephy, and I told her I was giving her MCT oil mixed in with quinoa and pumpkin and her dog food. And she goes, "Oh, good, MCT oil is really good for dogs." And so I said, "Yeah." I said, I asked, what happens with dog falling to the right? And the most common reason that a dog would fall to the right is because of an ear infection. And I'm like, okay, so we'll keep an eye on her. We'll keep doing this, keep an eye on her for the next couple of days, see what goes on. Last night, same routine. But we did a very short walk. She chose to do the short walk last night, which surprised me. So we did a short walk last night and came home, and she didn't have any episodes. And then this morning we go out, and she kind of sort of had an episode this morning when we went out, and but not too much of a one. I mean, like she stood there for a bit, and then I just got my fingers like this, like I had treats in my hand, and put them in front of her and says, "Come on, let's go." And she just sort of like, "Oh, treat, let's follow." And so she starts walking, trying to catch up to my hand to get whatever treat was. I didn't have any treats on me. Sometimes I have them when we walk, sometimes I don't. We didn't this time. And so she's like following my hand as we're walking down the street. And I finally let her sniff the hand, and she just like stops and she looks at me as I looks at my hand. And I say, "Well, where's the treat?" And I go, "I'm sorry. I'm tricking you to get you to walk. So it's keeping you occupied, keeping your brain on other things." And so we got home with just a couple of stop episodes, but no falling episodes. But she hasn't fallen since, when did I carry her home? Sunday. She hasn't fallen since Sunday. And so we came home. I gave her breakfast as normal with the kibble mixed in with the quinoa and the pureed pumpkin and the 1/4 teaspoon of MCT oil. and she ate that. And then I was doing some stuff around the house this morning, and all of a sudden this dog comes running into the bedroom, and I'm like, well, hello. And she's just like, I want to play. And she's like, Johnny, how dogs, when they want to play, they do this like stop start thing. And she was wanting to do that. And I'm like, okay. And so then she goes running back into the family room again and goes to the door and says, oh, you want to go out? Okay, we'll go out. And and if she has a falling episode, she then throws up within 2 minutes of having a falling episode. Because when I carried her home, put her down, she went straight to the back door, opened the back door, she walked down and went, bleh. Yeah. So I was like, okay, thank you for telling me. Thankfully, this place is mainly tile. There's only carpets in 2 of the bedrooms and this room. Everywhere else, it's tile. And so she comes in, she wants to go running outside. So we go outside, and she goes running ahead of me, and she jumps up over into the garden area, into the plant area that she usually zooms in. She doesn't do any zoom. She just actually, I walk over there first and I sit down, and then she comes and jumps up next to me, gets some pets, and then she jumps down and goes and lays right in full sun. She loves her sun. So she got to lay in the sunshine today. And then when I says, okay, I'm going to go have breakfast, whoosh, dog was gone. She was up over the thing inside, like took off inside. And I'm like, I have not seen her run like that in about a week. And, just zooms. And so as I'm walking around the house doing stuff this morning, she's like following me. And then I turn and say, okay, we're going back to the kitchen, or we're going here. And she'll just take off and go to that room. And so I'm like, I've got my dog back. And then we did then we did our evening walk this evening, and 0 episodes, 0. It was like a normal walk. She's out there, arms out. She's trotting along, head held high, tail up and wagging. And I'm fast-paced walking so that she can trot. I don't run. We do our night circuit thing, and she trots on home again and comes inside, and then she walks over to her food bowl, but I haven't done her food yet. So I did the mixture thing, gave her MCT oils, and she was my normal puppy again. So I'm keeping a close eye on her, but I wanted to let everybody know that it's, to say thank you for all the prayers, the healing energies, the positive thoughts and everything that you've been sending Zephy's way. It has been truly, truly appreciated. My head, this is what happens to me. My head went to worst case scenario of what if it came to the decision that she couldn't travel because of her health, and I'm about to leave for New Zealand and I can't take her with me. And I'm sort of like, no, that cannot happen. That is not going to happen. I have a healthy puppy. And so she's been basically, and every time I've gotten up from the desk today, when I've been working, gone up from the desk, she's followed me. And the last week or so, she hasn't done that. She'll just lay in her bed by the front door there. She'll put her head up, like, what are you doing? And I'll tell her what I'm doing. And she'll just lay her head back down again. Like she had no energy to get up. So I've got her completely off the dairy now. She has quinoa, puree pumpkin with quarter of a teaspoon of MCT oil with each meal. So half a teaspoon a day, just split between the 2 meals, along with a regular kibble. I did order, this is a cool story. So the kibble I get her used to be $35.99 a bag. And then when I went to get it last time, in a month, it had jumped to $41.99 a bag. So it had gone up $5 in a month. I was like, this is not right. But then I've also been keeping an eye, the quarantine places in New Zealand, I've been looking at what sort of food, the brand that they have, which is different to the one that I have. And they have the Royal Canine, something like that. And usually it's, you buy it by the breed, but they do have like puppy food, small dog, medium dog, large dog, and it's based on weight. Like for the medium dog, it's between 21 and 50 pounds. And for this particular one that I ordered, it is 1 to 7 years. So the quarantine places use the Royal Canine in New Zealand. So I know they can get that brand down there. And I thought, well, at some point I've got to get the brand to start switching her over. And so a couple of the sites I was reading recommended the Royal Canine brand. They didn't specifically say which one. And so I thought, well, let me go in and have a look. And I was reading all the reviews about them on different sites and things. And so got the medium-sized dog one for 1 to 7 years of age, between 21 and 50 pounds. I think it's 21 and 50 pounds. Anyway, she's in between that one. So I got that. And so then I'm like, okay, so I'm on Amazon because with Zeffy being the way she has been, I haven't left her alone in the house. I've been too scared to. I didn't know what would happen with her being freaked out about the fact that she's by herself in the house. She has separation anxiety. She's not the only one. And so I go on Amazon to see if they had it there and what that pricing they had it for. And it was $61.99 for a 17-pound bag. 17-pound bag will last us about a month. And because I'm going to be blending it in with her current food, which we are halfway through that bag, it's going to last me a little longer than a month. So I thought, perfect. We can, start blending now and getting her. Then by the time she finishes that food, she'll be completely onto the other one, which is good. It's a good thing. And so I also have the Capital One shopping cart thing that gives you discounts or give you rebates and stuff. You can actually, if you get the Capital One shopping, you don't have to have a Capital One card to use it, but you got Capital One shopping and you can go in there and there's a way that you can click on things and it will tell you, like if you're on Amazon and you've got Capital One shopping on there, it will tell you, we'll give you a rebate on this. They'll give you a rebate in the checkout, or, hey, we've found this at other places that it's for cheaper. And I'm like, I'm all for cheaper pricing. If it's the same product, I'm all for cheaper pricing. Let's go have a look. And it happened to take me to Chewy.com. Now on Chewy.com, I get a 20% rebate? No. There's a rebate I get through Capital One. Then, because I was a first-time customer at Chewy and I was putting it on subscription, I got a discount for that as well. Plus, because it was my first time shopping with them, and I was putting on subscription. Not only did they give me a discount, but they also gave me, it's either a $20 gift certificate or a 20% off gift certificate. I can't remember which, but there's a 20 in there. I'm just not sure if it's dollars or percent on my next order. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. So I went from $61, $62 a bag. This one got, and I was down to like $40 something a bag with free shipping. And the gift certificate came in if your purchase was over $49. And I'm like thinking, well, do I still get I'm getting it was $69.99. 69, it was $70. That's right. It was $69.99. So I went from $69.99 with all the discounts in there down to $43 with taxes, free shipping. And because the original price before the discounts was over $50, I get the 20% or the $20, whichever it is, gift certificate. I think it's a $20 gift certificate. I get that to use on my next order. So hopefully they'll automatically do that for my subscription. I don't know. I have to go in and find out. And so it took it from $69.99 down to $43 and change with taxes and free shipping, and it'll be here in 1 to 2 days. I was like, this is awesome. And I also get a rebate through Capital One, through the Capital One shopping thingamabob as well, which is basically I can cash it out for gifts. I can cash it out for like an Amazon gift card. They've got a whole bunch of different gift cards you can choose from that you can cash out the cash to. I'm not sure if you can cash out to like PayPal or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in there. But I thought that was a pretty cool deal. So I've gone from having Zeffy having these episodes to her having a great evening walk tonight. So we'll see how she is in the morning on her morning walk, because it's usually the morning walk where she has the issues, because it's a longer walk that we do. So I'm not sure why, but it could be the dairy. It could be the fat. It could be a food reaction to food. It could be a reaction to something else that's going on. But I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on her over the next few days. And if I see any signs of it coming back again, we'll be off to the vet to get that checked out. But so far, today I sent a note to Nicole and I said, my puppy is back. I said, she's busy following me around the house, and she's doing Zooms around the house. Like she was like, I'm like, okay, let's go to the kitchen. And she turns around and then she just took off and meets me and stands out here in the hallway watching me to see if I turn off to the office or do I actually go into the kitchen. So yeah, it was really cool to see my dog back to like full health again and running around like a crazy dog like she normally does. And then she even wanted to play ball, so we played with her toys and stuff. And my puppy was back. So I was very, very happy. So that's why it's such a terrific Tuesday today, because it has just been an awesome day of health and wellness for both of us. I am extremely tired right now. So last night I was supposed to watch Live and Let Die with James Bond's Live and Let Die. And I was almost asleep, so we didn't watch that. And that was before the movie started. I was like, there's no way I can sit through 2.5 hours of James Bond. Absolutely zero way whatsoever. Tonight, it's not going to happen. I'm already looking at, I'm going to go make a shake, make my smoothie meal. I have a smoothie snack, and then I have a smoothie meal. I'm going to go make the meal version of my smoothie, and then we'll probably be in bed real early tonight, because it's, for some reason, we're going to be very late the last few nights, and I haven't been sleeping very well because I've been worried about her. So it'll be a sleep patch tonight and some oils, my oil mix and my sleep patch, and I'm out. So with that, we are out of here. So thank you again, everybody, for your thoughts, your prayers, your healing energy, and everything else for Zephy. It's working. Please keep them coming as I keep a close eye on her over the next few days to see how she does. And I'm just praying that all that dairy concoction stuff that she had from Dairy Queen was the cause of it, and it's now out of her system. And I just know not to give it to her next time. Yeah, that's going to be hard, because she knows the places that she gets pup cups from. So if I pull into a drive-through, you only need to take her once. Like, she doesn't like, well, when we go to Sonic now, if we go to Sonic now, she gets upset with them, because they were giving free pup cups for a while. And then we went in there one night, and I said, oh, can I get a pup cup for my, and she says, oh, we charge for them now. I'm like, excuse me? She says, we charge for them now. I said, since when? Oh, well, they decided that it's eating too much into the profits and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sort of like, and she said, we actually got a hand slip because we've been giving them away. And I thought, they always send me a survey whenever I order at Sonic. I always get a survey within 2 to 3 days of ordering something from Sonic. So guess what's going on? So guess what went on that one was sort of like, yes, had a very rude surprise when I went to, I said the food, it was great. Service was good, except this one thing. I asked for a pup cup, and suddenly got told that they're now charging for pup cups. And I'm like, what gives? So I haven't heard anything back from that survey. They should know who it came from. I don't remember if I put my details in there or not. I don't think they do put details in there. I said, but I was very surprised to be told when I ordered a pup cup that I'd get charged for it. I said, I didn't even ask how much it was. I was just so shocked. And I still haven't asked them how much the pup cup is. Maybe I'll wait for a different time and see. But it's dairy, so she's not getting it. So, but yeah, she doesn't like it when we go there now. So now she sticks her nose over the seat, over my shoulder to see if she can get a fry. She said, I can't have my pup cup, I'm having one of your fries. I'm like, okay, I can deal with one fry. So yeah, with that, go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Again, expect miracles. I didn't even realize I put the shirt on today. So expect miracles. They do happen. So please keep your positive thoughts, your energy healing, and your prayers coming for Zephy, so we can keep her in good health. And hopefully it was the copious amounts of sugar and stuff that she had with the Dairy Queen, with the pup cup from Dairy Queen, because that's the only one that she's had the last couple of weeks. Actually, no, she had it twice in 1 week, because I just had this huge chocolate craving for their blizzards again. So yeah. But now I've solved the problem of doing that, because usually I go in the evenings. So now as soon as I get off here, I'm going to go put my PJs on. Then I'm not going to leave the house, because that means I've got to get dressed again. So, and I won't go out in my PJs. I'm working on strategies to stop me from doing that. So anyway, with that, we're out of here, and go out and have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here